Hello YouTube. Today we replace our house batteries. We currently live off grid and we have 850 watts of solar panels. Yes, you heard me, 850 watts, not kilowatts, just 850 watts that two of us live on. We have a 24 volt system and we have three banks of batteries. 1, 2, 3. These are 6 volt batteries, Trojan T105s, and 6 volts times 4 makes 24. And then we have 3 banks, which gives us doubles our amperage. Goes from 225 to 675 amps. So, but it's been 9.5 years, and these batteries are done for. So we're going to be replacing those today. We're going to be shutting down our inverter. We have an old trace inverter that works great all these years, 24 volt, and we'll be shutting down the panel, shutting down the inverter, and then doing the disconnect on the batteries, and then we'll start tearing everything apart here and pulling these out, and we'll replace it with the new ones, and we'll show you kind of the process as we go if we can, and how that works. You see on the back wall there, I have a couple of bridges there and stuff for some 12 volt devices we have as well in the house. But much of our house runs off of a inverter and stuff with 120 volts. So anyways, I'll show you a few other things before we begin, but next time you see this picture, you'll probably be seeing our new batteries installed here. But we have a station set up to clean all the cables. We're going to reuse those, but we're going to clean them up with baking soda and water, and pull these batteries out, put the new ones in, connect them all, and hopefully be up in less than half a day. So we'll see how it goes. All right, stay tuned. Here are the new batteries that are going to go in. So when I unhook the batteries, I'm going to bring them out here, the old batteries. I'll bring them out here, set them on the pallet, take in a new one and stuff like that. Hopefully, maybe I'll bring all of them out first and then take these in. But these are a US deep cycle battery. They're slightly higher amperage, 232 amps. They're still 6 volt stuff, and I've got 12 of them to replace the exact number that we're pulling out. So we're sticking with flooded lead acid batteries. I just want to replace the batteries. I don't want to do a complete overhaul of the solar system. We just need to replace the batteries at this point. 24 volts is running good on us. Yeah, I'd like to go up to 48 volts someday, but 24 works for us, and it's a lot better than 12. So anyways, and then we have a cleaning station here and a brush for cleaning. Dropped it there. Cleaning the cables and stuff and soaking them here. So that'll be the station for that as we replace the batteries. So anyway, I think we got everything covered. So we'll let you know how it goes here. Stay tuned. About halfway done there. So we got it cleared out. Power's off, of course. Everything's shut down. Batteries are out. Got to do some cleaning of the cables and the shelf and stuff like that, and we'll start moving things in and get it set up. Stay tuned. All right, well, got the old ones out and the new ones in. Next we start attaching them, and just to be clear, these are in series, one bank, in series, one bank, in series, one bank. So there's 3 banks. This is in series, this is in series, this is in series, and then these are connected across here in the front in parallel to give us 232 amps plus 232 plus 232 for 692 amps, I believe it is, or 296 amps total. So 3 banks of 24 volts. So next we're going to hook up the cables and show you the next step. All right, stay tuned. All right, everything is hooked up correctly. Cables are connected, inverters back on, solar panels are back on. By the way, I highly recommend you turn your solar panels off, switch them off, main breaker off before the main disconnect of the batteries. That way you won't have a very large, bright white spark. So I did that this time and it worked much better. No spark, no flash. And yeah, so everything's looking good. We're charging at 17 amps coming in right now with the sun, and now we're at 28. See that? 28 volts on the battery, so we're looking good. 17 amps, 19 amps, 17 coming in on the panels right now. We got kind of an overcast. This is a fantastic inverter. If you have one of these old Trace inverters, I like them. They don't have all the fancy bells and whistles, but it's got the sensors and stuff like that for what you need. It doesn't have all the new stuff like the Bluetooth or wireless apps and all that stuff, but I don't need that. I've been living off the grid 8 years. I don't need all that. Once you learn your system and know it, it's quite straightforward, and if I can do it, you can do it. Also, these new batteries have I don't know if I like these yet or not, but they have a quick disconnect, so it takes all 3 caps off the battery at once, so it's a little faster, although I think I might have a little problem getting them off of the cables, but we shall see. I kind of checked and verified them, and I can get them off. It's just not easy on some of these front cables because of the cabling's pretty short there, but it's works. I used the same cables, and I also wanted to show you the tools I used and how I did that, so hang on a minute and I'll show you that before we end this video. Hang on. Yeah, so here's some of the tools, some gloves for the main disconnect, just in case there's a spark. But again, if you shut off your solar panels, there won't be any spark at all. It's not gonna spark on you and stuff like that. An extra light, and I got a headlight as well that is great for working on the batteries in the dark. A post cleaner. I also use some sandpaper, which I don't have here, but some baking soda and water and stuff, and a metal brush for cleaning those cables, because I reused the cables, but they're looking really good. And then my tools, basically a 9/16 on the old batteries, 1/2 inch on the new batteries, and I just covered them with some painter's tape, that way they won't be sticky, and if I had dropped one on there, it would be less likely to cause a short. So it's always a good idea to wrap your tools when you're working with batteries that have 232 amps, so, or more. So just want to share that. The old batteries I will have to get recycled, and we'll do that. But just wanted to share this with you, and that you can do it too. Again, we live off of 850 watts on the solar for 2 people. You can do it too. I mean, yeah, more is better, but it's a lot more expensive. And basically our power per year, because of this, even to replacing the batteries, is roughly about $250 a year. Basically, if you go do these over 10 years, it's about $250 a month, a year. And now you can add solar panels in there and get up, upwards to 300, 350 a year maybe, or something like that. But if you take care of your system, it's quite economical to live off-grid. But I don't recommend going with the 16 kilowatts or 8 kilowatts. I just don't think it's needed. I really think that you can do it on, even on the high end, I think you can do it on 1,000 watts per person. So for 2 of us, yeah, 2,000 would be nice, and I'd like to get there at some point, but we are currently living on less than 1,000 watts solar system. Yes, we also have a generator that we use in the winter because we're in the north, and we have to use that. But even that is not that much. It's pretty reasonable. During the winter, we only use about 5 gallons, or a little more, maybe 7 gallons in the dead of winter. And we use no gasoline during the summer because we've got plenty of sunlight in the summer. So it works out to about 5 gallons of gas per week in the winter, give or take, if you spread it out across the summer. But again, we don't need it in the summer, so we use it in the winter. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this, and that's converting our batteries, switching our batteries out to new ones. And again, those were US 2200 batteries, 232 amp hour batteries. They're 6-volt batteries. There were 12 of them. And yeah, so that's that. Please like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed that. There'll be more coming down the road, and hit that thumbs up button there, the like. I appreciate it. Thanks again. Bye.